Hello and welcome back to World of Warships. It's me, Yoshi, this time on the Tippets on the map, two brothers in the domination game mode. This is a game I recorded earlier this evening, and my opinion was quite tense and definitely a lot of fun. We have two enemy Iowas in our team, in the enemy team, and two Des Moines in the gearing. Those sure can be tough enemies, especially if an Iowa angles up with nose in against you. There's basically nothing you can do it. The Tippet's main armament is basically not able to penetrate those. As we can see here, it's quite nice to have this little overview over your firepower on this side. Definitely is nice to have. No, right now I'm not running any premium consumables. Well, I'm running premium consumables, but I'm not running any flags on this ship. Basically, I just took this ship out and I just received a mine 18 skill captain on it that I will be using in the team battles in the future. Now, as you can see on the map, our team fell a bit into the confusion there. Like, our ships that spawn on the east side here went somehow to B and are now going to A, and our ships who were planning to go to A don't know what they should do because they can't just leave D alone. But as we can see, there's nobody on D right now. So I'm also not sure where I should go, because my plan at first was to support our team on D, because we basically only have one destroyer and two cruisers there right now. So my plan was to move onto that position to give them some fire support there. But as we can see, our destroyer is pushing into D quite hard, and there's absolutely nobody there. And as you can see on the minimap, the last position of at least two enemy destroyers are known to our team. So we can safely assume that probably all three enemy destroyers are over there. We know the gearing is also over here. So we only have to deal with one additional Fubuki somewhere. Now of course, now I'm doing what in a lot of people's eyes can be the stupidest idea that you have ever seen. But it is to go into the mid channel as a battleship while everybody in the enemy team is still alive. Now there are actually two reasons for that. The first one is the whole enemy team is clustered here. They have not a single ship past the 4-6 line. And also they don't have any ships past the EF line, so I decided to push into them from behind. Now as you can see, my LR teammate, I think if I look around real quick, here Tofik in his Amagi, and our Des Moines is deciding to follow me. Now I enable replay camera again, and let's see how this goes out. The main reason for me deciding to go mid is basically that I got the advantage of surprise, and that I got my torpedoes and my close quarters brawling abilities. Also, there's no carrier in the enemy team, but sadly we just got detected here by an enemy scout plane. Now I'm wondering where that scout plane could be that he's actually detecting us, because it must have been within inside this yellow circle here. No, actually, correct me in there. If you look on the detectability by air, it's 13.3 kilometers, so it could be over here. But the biggest problem is now if Fubuki just popped out in front of us, he probably saw us when we shortly got detected there. But as you could tell, I could predict where he was turning, and he would turn into our channel. So of course, I deployed my torpedoes as he is clearly in range. Now I'm positioning myself so that he cannot easily drop on me, so he has to show at least his full broadside to get onto me. And to do that, he has to get into my torpedoes. There we go. Actually two torpedoes, but the first one took him down already. First blood, and a Fubuki down. And this is definitely a surprise. A Fubuki dying to the torpedoes of a battleship and actually while trying to ambush him, that is definitely a shame. And he was not even able to deploy a single torpedo. But the situation is not really much better. If you look on our right now, we have an Iowa and North Carolina, two Des Moines there, and that on a distance of below 14 kilometers, actually below 10 kilometers here. well, at first we have still the smoke that the Fubuki's luckily deployed for us, which is really good, and we can actually stay undetected here for a short moment because their Fubuki was so nice to actually show us. Now this Iowa actually is showing full broadside here. I'm taking an opportunity. My guns are maybe not that good, but I'm taking the shots here. One citadel, 20,000 damage. Now I'm just trying to verify, are those NCs and Iowa reversing here, or are they not? Now I'm getting raided by Des Moines, so I have to angle up against. You see the North Carolina is already opening up on me. But luckily he's shooting my heavy belly armor, so he's not causing that much damage. But now we are in a really heavy situation here. If we look on the minimap, we have at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and maybe 6 ships here. Just for the 3 of us. Actually 4 of us, including our destroyer. But in terms of gunpowder, we are completely outgunned. Luckily the gearing and their Fubuki are not in range, so we can completely concentrate on taking these battleships on. So for now we are prioritizing the Iowa because he already has taken a lot of damage, and we know exactly that we can't do much against the front armor of the Iowa and the North Carolina here. So our main goal is to kill everything around them while just going nose into them. I got 2 torpedoes, in total 2 torpedo tubes on both sides, each with 4 torpedoes, and in total can punish out at least maybe 70,000 to 80,000 damage if all of those 8 torpedoes are actually hitting. Now here we have already the first citadel for 13,000, I think 900 damage or so. We are already really close there. 2 Iowas below 6 kilometers, and at least 1 North Carolina also below 5 kilometers, and 2 Des Moines also below 8 kilometers to our position, and we are just pushing into them. And now suddenly a Des Moines pop up 3 kilometers next to me, and if you look on our guns here, I just lost all 3 of my main turrets there for a second. I had to repair it, and the repair was quickly enough, so I get 3 good citadels on this cruiser. Of course, I could easily finish him off with my torpedo tubes, but I don't want to waste my torpedo tubes on a cruiser that has only 5,000 HP remaining. Of course, he tries to heal, but this is none of my concern right now. My concern right now is the Iowa, 2 Iowas that are below 3 kilometers now. Both Iowas are below 3 kilometers in front of me now. So of course, I know showing my side here to drop my torpedoes, but it's a thing that I have to just take on. The Morigami is showing broadside. I'm just trying to concentrate on him while I'm just hitting out my damage, trying to get around this Iowa. But I just can't seem to get my torpedoes on the second Iowa here. Of course, I could citadel him probably with my next attack, but I'm not sure I will survive so long. Now I'm just trying to get my right torpedo sights out as well, and just getting a shot here on the Iowa. He's showing a good broadside to me. Got good damage on him, just dropping my torpedoes, and I'm getting torpedoed from behind from an enemy Tirpitz. Of course, I die immediately here, but if we enable our camera here, we can see 4 torpedo hits in total. It seems like 2 or 3 torpedo hits on the Iowa here, and also 2 torpedo hits on the North Carolina here. This definitely was an intense battle, and this was one hell of a moment there in the Tirpitz. I mean, having like 4 or 5 battleships in a radius of only 3 kilometers, and they are both battling in close quarters. No destroyer disturbing. The cruisers just died around us, and this was definitely a hell of an interesting game. Well, we definitely died here, but we caused a lot of damage. You can already tell from 5 citadels and the high caliber icon that I at least took more than 30% of the damage on the enemy team. And they had 2 Iowas and multiple battleships, so that's definitely something good. Now let's see how this battle evolves. Now we still have definitely the upper hand here in terms of cruisers and firepower. We also have a lot more T10s. We have 3 T10s, well they only got 1, so we definitely got the upper hand here. We also get the capture advantage. So let's see how this plays out. For now, I will focus here on our Shimikaze. We take a look over here. We also got our Tippets and our Des Moines. But I don't think our Des Moines here will survive for long. Well, he's healing up and he seems to be able to escape. Now if you take a look over here on the Iowa, he's definitely under heavy fire here, but he's pushing our team and his nose just cannot be penetrated by any of our ships, so we have to rely on burning him down here. Our Shimikaze of course is trying to hit him from the sides with long, well, probably 12-kilometer torpedoes, judging from the speed. Now, one of my division mates here, Nibbler, is maybe in a decent position, but he seems not to be able to pull out. At his situation right now, he should have reversed because, as you can tell right now, he's giving a good broadside to the enemy. Yeah, and there he goes. He could not reverse fast enough, and he got taken out by the enemy North Carolina. But on the other end, the North Carolina here, oh, he actually dodged those Shimikaze torpedoes. But the Iowa here starts to crumble slowly apart. It's not able to withstand our cruisers. Now the game evened out a bit. One of our Des Moines already died. Our other Des Moines survived for now. The Iowa is not taking much damage right now. It would be good if our team could bring it down quickly. But we clearly got a score advantage right now. We got still 2 caps. A sea is currently being contested by the enemy. But those Shimikaze tops are actually looking good and are taking down the North Carolina. And of course the enemy Tibbets and the Mogami over there are able to take C, and they will probably be able to kill our Tibbets if I'm taking a look on that. We also see now that the enemy gearing is there as well, so our Tibbets here will have a hard time surviving against them. Now our Tibbets starts to crumble here. Our Tibbets actually just got finished off here. This is seriously not good. Flying and clipping through these islands a bit. But our Shimikaze got a good broadside, but is under fire from the secondaries of the Iowa here. Our Shimikaze has not much HP remaining. He can't afford to receive a hit of the Iowa here. Of course, the Iowa sees the Shimikaze, opens up, and oh, this definitely hurt him. 900 HP, the next hit, and our Shimikaze is done for. But currently he's able to deny the A-cap, and he seems, yeah, the secondary stopped fire, that means he's actually undetected now. He might be able to capture A, but I think this game is one for us, even though we have less ships, but their battleships are not able to do anything, and their destroyer and the cruiser will not be able to get there in time. So we secured the win here on our side, and after the close quarters battle against the Iowa there, it was definitely fun going through the mid channel here, and I can definitely say this was one of my best games. Not the best games, but one of the most intense games I had in a long time. And yeah, I guess I can say thank you for watching this replay. Of course, we will come to the detailed report screen in a second, as soon as the 1000 points hit. Of course, the Shimikaze torpedoes were about to kill the Iowa here, but suddenly the game runs out. Now, if you take a look on the results screen, the game results is maybe not that impressive, but 5 results are definitely worth mentioning. Also, 8 torpedo hits are definitely nice. High caliber, also great. Oh, this was definitely the wrong way image. And we got a base experience of 2,700. Definitely worth it. Now, if we take a look on the damage screen, I course with 8 torpedoes, 61,000 damage. Of course, the Iowa got a great torpedo reduction, and we managed to almost strike 85,000 damage here with only 22 hits. And 22 hits only, that sure is a lot. And our secondary shells, let's see what our secondary shells did. 136 fired, but only 6,000 damage. You can definitely expect a lot more than usually there. But the torpedoes and the fires and flooding the fires of the secondary guns almost did 20,000 damage. Well, that is a lot for secondary shells, I can sure tell you that. In total, it's 26,000 damage only caused by the secondaries here. Not bad. Well, I didn't expect that. The flooding, of course, did not that much. We received also a lot of damage, almost 80,000 damage. But I would say it was definitely worth it. I was not using any flags, so it was a fun game in total. I received my 18th skill captain point in this round. In total, 8,292 XP. And yeah, I guess I can only say thank you for watching and see you next time. It was me, Yoshi.